Alright, and hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy X Let's Play. And if you didn't miss out during the last one, well, we went and bowed out with Biron and Yankee Ronsto here at the entrance of the Mount Gagazette, and we got some new moves for Kimahri. Now, unfortunately, we don't really have the last of the different moves, which that is going to have to be something for the Omega weapon, known as the Nova move. We won't be seeing that for quite some time, but if you guys are curious about how you want to go and try to pick up with the hard moves from Yankee or Biron, well, there is two different options. First of all is taking Lulu's path, or you could actually go and take with Riku's path. For Lulu's path is that since we are going throughout her type of pathway, we're able to get ourselves with a lot of different black magic moves. Now, so far, you should at least hopefully be able in your ballpark range to at least get with the third of the upgrades of the black magic, which we do have with Wartega. And Wartega is actually a pretty nice good move because if you at least hit with Yankee or Biron at least somewhere around twice, they should at least be able to go and start setting up for those moves. But you have to make sure that they actually use the actual set move before you can actually go and get those. Now for us, we were pretty lucky with Biron because we were able to go and get ourselves with the thrust kick and with the doom, so we were able to go and pick up with those beforehand, so that was really nice. And of course, with Riku, since I got myself a little bit off topic there, we also do have the Fire Gem. So you can go and use the actual usability within that type of pathway, and you can start setting up on that, and that should also be able to do some damage too. But now here for this episode, what we're going to be deciding to actually not really worry about Mount Gagazette at this point is that we're going to be heading off into an area known as the Cavern of the Stolen Fayth, or aka known as the Sunken Cave. We're going to be heading off into this area. Now there's going to be some new fiends that we can actually be able to go and capture, and there will be a said reward if you do go and capture it with all the different fiends. Now there is going to be one enemy in particular which is going to be somewhat of a very annoying, problematic guy to be battling out with. That is going to be known as a Tomberry, and these guys are absolutely relentless. They do have a thing known as karma, which will actually depend on how many attacks that you've been doing out here so far with the different fiends that we've been battling out with. That is how many amount of damage is going to be coming back to you. So hopefully you haven't really been battling out like too many amount of enemies, or else you will probably be losing out quite a different amount of HP from that karma move that they do have. But hopefully within the next episode, if I could at least try to find where one of these Tomberries are going to be, we should at least be able to get the reward for, well, hopefully if I could go and start that off at the very beginning of the next episode. Now, there is going to be a said new Aeon that will be making its appearance. It's going to be known as Yojimbo. Now, this type of Aeon is not going to be like your average type of summoning Aeon back in the Cloister of Trials, because during that type of way, Yuna was able to just go and pick them up, and she'll be able to just have them like right into the actual said party of our team there. But for this one, we actually have to go and worry about doing some sort of bribing situation. Now, it may probably take you quite an amount of attempts for you to go and do. Now, for me, I think it took, at least about like with 4 attempts, I think, at least. Now, you do want to have at least somewhere around within like the 200,000 gil range, and try to at least make the best type offer as you can. For me, I went and set up around like 205,000 gil, so that seemed like that is like the better type of option for me to go and do. And that's how we're going to be able to go and try to pick up with that said Aeon. But we'll get on into some more stuff for when that actual time does happen here. Now, if you guys do see it, there's a little bit of one of those type of dial things on the ground. It kind of feels like we're almost like in somewhat of like Via Perifico out here. Now here's a new enemy right here. This is actually known as the Urn. Now these guys are somewhat pretty annoying. Now I guess they kind of work like in the same type of way of how that one enemy was back in Final Fantasy IX, where we were able to do like those special type of quizzes and stuff and see if you were able to like get the correct answer or not. Well, for these guys here, it seems like if you go and whack them in a certain type of way, and if you actually do get the correct type of thing that happens from here, well, you can actually just get yourself with special rewards and pick them up from them. So we went and did that from that guy. Now, however, if you do get the wrong type of thing that happens with the no said urns, I believe it does some sort of self-destruct move, and you won't be able to go and pick up with any other type of AP from it, but it will do quite a significant amount of damage, which will probably injure you for quite a bit there. But here we go, guys. So with the Ghost, now these guys are pretty annoying. I don't really know exactly a way on how you can go and actually try to find like the quickest way to destroy them, because it seems like anything that I was trying to do, like even like any type of elemental attack, like any of my black magic spells, didn't really hardly ever do anything to him all that too much, because I guess his weaknesses change or something that happens there. But anyways, we got one of the many captures that we do need for that. Heading on down to this way, here's another new capture. This is for the it seems like, what's the name of this guy, a Valhalla or something like that. We're gonna be able to go pick up one of those there. So that's also a new enemy to go and get captured up from there. Now, if you guys did go and see, like a couple of minutes ago throughout this episode, we actually did get some brand new type of equipment. We actually did add it with Death Strike, I believe, onto the, well, for what Riku does need. And we also do have our Taming Sword, which we actually do now have with First Strike. Well, there is going to be a said enemy that we are going to have to be needing to be capturing out here, which that is going to be very helpful for what Riku is going to be all about. And we actually do need to use the Death Strike move on a said type of dark element or something that's around within this way, and you can just be able to just absolutely grab it like right from the get-go just by having that move there.
That must be what the thief was thinking.
And by the way, there is going to be a set L-Bell primer that is going to happen from here, so just make sure that you keep your eyes out for it. I believe you should be able to go and search for the L-Bell primer. That's just like right in front of the next save checkpoint that is somewhere around within the location. So you should be able to go and see it at some point. But here we are, going to head down into this type of pathway here, and let's go and run on into this direction. And it looks like we got some new enemies happening around with these guys. So let's go and take a look at what these guys are known as. They're known as Yowie. All I can literally think of is Bray Wyatt and the Fiend character of Yowie Wowie. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Oh, speaking about with wrestlers that just passed away recently, I don't know if you guys have ever heard, but Sid Vicious passed away, which that really sucks. I really did like that wrestler back in the day. But here are the enemies that I'm talking about right here. So we got some of these dark elemental guys that are over onto that far right hand side there. But we're going to go and try out with Riku, go for our attack that we do need, and then we'll be able to at least grab them right away. So there we go. We got the dark element that's been already captured, and we're just missing out with this guy here as well. So we're just going to make sure that we get a power break, and just like that, we got the Nidhogg already captured as well. So perfect.
No time to waste. Let's go.
Our capturing Pokemon skills are doing pretty well to the test for right now. Yep, and just around over on this side, however, there is that L-Bed primer. So there we go, we got it. And by the way, that one is not a missable one. I'm pretty sure you can always go and come back to that one as well. And once we go and head right on over to this save checkpoint, the Aeon battle that is going to happen with Yojimbo is going to be here. And now this type of summon battle is going to be a very interesting one, because this is going to be the first of many times where we are actually going to have our own party members actually decide to go and battle out with that said actual Aeon summon that's going to be here. I know that from all the other different times that we have seen these Aeons before, we've always used Yuna so that we could go and be able to set up for our own summons and be able to do those type of battles from here. But however, this one's a little bit of a cool one to go and try out with. Now, Yojimbo actually does have another type of partner alongside within the actual battle, which you don't really want to go out of your way to attack all that too much. I think it's just more so that you go try to attack the main guy himself and be able to do the damage. Now, for us, I think later on throughout the actual said battle, I think somewhere around in the end part of this actual said phase, we do enough of the significant amount of damage that we want, and then we could go and light up with Yuna and the Bahamut and go for that Mega Flare move. Now, mind you, you don't really get any type of AP or anything from it, even if you do overkill it. So it kind of sucks for a little bit, but hey, you know what? At least we still went about it with the summon, and we got the optional boss already taken care of. But here we go. Let the battle happen. Alright. So here comes up with Yojimbo out here. His design actually looks pretty cool. Kind of looks like that one person off of One Piece there from the Wano series, from the Wano arc there. So he has some sort of move known as Diagoro, so I guess that is from his little pet buddy down there that can actually be able to do some attacking. So we're going to see if we can steal anything. Unfortunately, it looks like there's nothing to steal from this said guy. So yeah, we're almost about to be knocking him out here. It seems like he's already just about to be getting himself completed. But however, let's go set up for Bahamut, and we can go and get the overkill that we want. Even though that's not going to really do us any good, but just to go and destroy him out of here though. And just like that, we're going to get over that 10,000 break limit here. And let's see how much damage that we can go and do right now. Look at that, 23,000 damage. And there we go, knocked out the main guy, so now his little pet buddy is not going to be able to do any type of battling anymore. So, all good and done there. And mind you, after once you are all said and done with this actual battle, there's going to be a lot of other different treasure chests that we could go and find now. And remember that dial that we went and saw right from the very beginning of this part? Well, there is going to be a dial that's just going to be right around in this location that will finally now be access to us. And we could go and head off into other different floors around over here. And that's where we'll go and grab all those different type of chests. I believe you could actually come across an MP sphere, so you may want to keep yourself an eye on that one if you do want to add any more other type of MP spheres for our way, though. Alright, so here we are. Let's go and enter on into this actual said dial here. And, no, so we don't want to be heading off into that way just yet. I believe that's actually pointing upwards, so we want to actually head off into somewhere else like that. There we go. Let's go and head off over to the left-hand side, or go to the right. Either or, it doesn't really matter to us. So here we go. Got some new ones right around over here with some treasure. So let's go and open up with this one. And we got an MP sphere. That's exactly what we want. And, of course, we don't want to forget about with the X potions. Hey, I know that I already went and used with one of those type of X potions before, so at least we are regaining some of those back as well. Okay, so let's go and head over to the left-hand side and find another chest. Now, this is the only one type of chest that it seems like it's going to be here. And that's where we'll get ourselves with a flexible arm. Interesting. I don't know if that's going to be something, if we could go and give that over to Riku or not. But let's go and wait until this thing decides to actually go and point us into the north way here. It should be able to go and do that soon, right? Oh, and if you ever do see any of these pyro flies flying around, that is somewhat of a nice good indication that you can actually go and find yourself a Tonberry around. But again, they are very annoying, so just be very cautious about what you're going to be doing there with those said Tonberries. They do give off some pretty nice good EXP, but they're very annoying. But here we go. Here is the Yojimbo area. And this is where we're going to have to make our offer of the bribing things that are going to happen. And mind you, about with the whole bribing situation, there will be many amount of times that we are going to have to do other different bribing with other bosses at some point, which you can get some really nice good rewards. I believe there's like one boss known as the Animatoise, I believe, and you can actually go and bribe him, but it's like one of the most like insane type of bribes that you could go and give to this guy. I believe it's like almost like 1,000,000 gil that you have to go and give to this said dude, and he'll give you like at least like 6 different special spheres, which is pretty nice to go and have because you could add on more special abilities to all your other different characters, but it's going to be an insane amount of money just to go and try to reach all the way up to that.
I am the blade of vengeance. They dare only whisper my name.
So this is the spiritual, like I guess, type of guy that's been controlling this Aeon summon here. So yes, we want to go and go for the last of these to at least defeat the most powerful, well, to go and defeat Sin. So we want him to go and help us out for that.
Make your offer.
Alright, so you're going to be wanting something around 250,000 gil. I don't think that that is going to be something that we're going to go for. We're going to have to go and do something else instead. So yeah, we're going to go for 205,000 gil. And hopefully he's going to be able to at least make sure that he will accept it. So, let's see. No, I don't think we really want that. We don't even have enough for it. Nope, that doesn't even work either with me too. Okay, we're going to have to do another time. Nope. That's for a third. Alright, the last one should at least be able to work, right?
Adequate.
Yes. Alright, so now we got it.
My sword shall guard you on
And with that being said, my guys, we now finally do have Yojimbo as a part of our Aeon characters out here. And with that being said, see you guys in the next one. And of course, peace.